Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, to another dungeon, which begins in Limsa at Danston. Well, look who's back in Limsa Lominsa. Me and the chief are just talking about you at the wench, you know? Come to think of it, wait here, I'll go and get him. It's his resting day, but he wanted to speak to you. Something about Hullbreaker. I'm not certain if I have uploaded the normal Hullbreaker already, but this is Hullbreaker Isle Heart. Glad to see you back, Serenia. Every time I hear your name, I'm reminded of how you helped me salvage that coffer from Hullbreaker Isle. You did me a great favor, lass, though the rumors of Mistbeards' treasure soon died down. I couldn't abide the thought of having Bahar picked apart by vultures. So I petitioned the Admiral to sanction the establishment of a camp on the island for the purpose of hosting training exercises. My reason that the place was remote enough to give our recruits a proper taste of combat. But truth be told, with all the administrative duties tasked of them these days, I'm more worried about our finals going soft. Sparring with your comrades might keep the rust from your blade, but it won't stop it going dull. That being the case, I thought I might ask for your help in a little sharpening exercise. Remind me what it feels like to be in a real fight. The chief was hoping you might run the Maelstrom training gauntlet and give our elites a good going over. Nothing too rough, like just a few missing teeth and the odd cracked rib, savvy? Assuming you're willing, come and find me at the Morabi dry dock when you're ready, and I'll arrange passage to Hullbreaker. For you and your mates. There we are at Morabi Dry Docks. Ever since we took control of the rock, it's been my job to keep an eye on the skies over the Citadelian. When the misty mane of epoxy sweeps in, there's no point weighing anchor, as you can't see an ilm in front of your face. Long story short, I have to stay here and watch the weather, but I'll be listening out for a word of how you get on. Thanks to agreeing to this, by the way. Having a fabled hero like yourself go through the same regiment as the infantrymen will do wonders for morale. Anyway, the weather seems to be behaving just now, so let me know when your crew is ready to be ferried over. We'll get everything else in place in the meantime. Give him Storm Elites a bloody nose from me, eh? Okay, let the dungeon begin. There we are back at Hullbreaker. Welcome, Serenia. Let's get those maiming muscles warmed up, shall we? I never knew what happened. Not that I'm surprised. If a handful of raptors had given you any trouble, the gods only know what they've done to the rest of us. Battlebots. Dealing with the unpredictability of fiery brutes like these sharpens the reflexes and will get them nice and angry for you. Pick up a pace, soldier. These ain't even a small fry. Nothing gets the blood pumping like the scrapping with a pack of ravenous beasts. Tap into these primal instincts. Eye of a curl. Speaking of which, let loose the curl! That's one of the benefits of trading on this island. No shortage of creatures ready to rip you to shreds. Now that you're all nice and limbered up, we'll let loose some more civilized targets. Our first boss? Captain Rosvan and the Sanguine Sirens. Expecting red-nosed Maelstrom perhaps, were you? When you're in for a treat, the Sirens are here to give you a proper drilling. We'll do our best not to gut you, darling, but once we taste blood, well, old habits die hard. Nobody ever tell you the hells have no fury like a siren scorned. Your gizzard won't be fit for the chump bucket when we're through with you. Lots of AoEs. Sound the bell of a Lady Infernal. Make ready the cannons. Blast from front and center. A beam. Fire. Like it, is it? All guns, bombard the bilge-swelling scrags. Forward battery, fire! Crossbred, fire! Forward battery, fire! Now that's a venture after my own heart. That lust for blood. Gets my skin a tingle. Donkey Kong? Who knows? The Sasquatch. Just over. We can already see who awaits us for our next boss fight. Captain Cavalain of the Kraken. Best of the sirens already. Why, Roswin would scarce have had time to swear herself hoarse. No matter, I've come to test the worth of a Kraken's newest acquisition. I trust you will oblige me. You'll be shocked to hear that she prefers her prey roasted. Rare, sophisticated for a savage beast, would you say? You seem to be keeping up with her quite well. Thus far, at least. Did I mention that Ymir has hidden talents? Yeah, elemental switch. Careful, thin ice, it's slippery now. Would seem I wasted my coin. Very well, victory is yours. Be on your way. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Still made for an interesting viewing, I must say. From now on, though, you'll be up against Maelstrom's best. It's time, brother. Don't hold back now. We'll talk of Maelstrom Command if he can leave a scratch on her. Aye. If. But I suppose it's too late to back out now. I say we move in tandem and try to overwhelm them. They know they have no chance. Brother, pull yourself together. Forgive me, brother, I couldn't keep up. Knights of the Barracuda, to your positions! No doubt you've heard tales of our skill at arms adventure, and now you shall witness it firsthand. Too complacent. Isn't this a bit excessive? 7 else, to think I spoke of our skills at arms. Storm Commander Ricky. I've long awaited this chance, Serenia. I trust you'll show me no favors. Meet me as you would an equal. I yield by the navigator. That was inspirational. And there's a Marshall. I, Marshall Slafyrsyn, shall be your final opponent. Couldn't help myself less. Those last few matches stirred something. You seem to be treading water, Marshall. If I didn't know better, I would think you cared not for our company's good name. Spare me, Admiral. I hold my duty to the Maelstrom above all else, as you well know. Nevertheless, I will not deny that this uniform now prevents me from doing my worst. But since all here present are privy to the truth, might as well loosen the collar and harken back to the glory days. Just this once? By your leave, of course. As you like. It will make for a better spectacle. I said I'd never don you again, old friend. But many a man would trade the wisdom of years for a minute of youthful hubris. Abandon hope, you fools of fortune, or you face Mistbeard, king of the 5 seas. I've drowned 100 men on their own decks ere they took to the sea. Here, have yourself a whiff of this. Looking for a fair luck, are you? I have a little treasure hunt for it. And go to the potion. The bomb. And back at Denston to reporting. Well, how was it? Did you give them a lead to hiding of their lives or what? Come on, out of it. Patience, lad. All of Limsa will know the tale ere long. It was a sight to behold, that much I will say. Serenia and the comets carved their way through beasts and men like a cutter through a swell. Not even a visit from the sirens of the Krakens could slow their pace. Pirates turned up at the drill? What in this heaven else did they want? Why, to do their civic duty, of course. They invited themselves as members of a Black Sails unit. You'd be forgiven for forgetting, but the pirate powers are still bound to the Maelstrom by the Galadian Accord. Of course, they never deigned to take part in our exercises, and we've long since stopped asking. As for why they chose to grace this one, I reckon word got out that the Warrior of Light would be facing our finest, and they fancied a go themselves. I saw no reason to deny them. Ha! Admit it, you wanted to see if them old cutthroats could hold their own in a fight. Beg your pardon, Chief, but are you alright? You look a bit sore. Don't tell me you I deemed it good for morale, but I did not come here to speak of that. Serenia, the Maelstrom is grateful for your participation. May we count on you, a friend, till sea swallows all. Good day to you both. I could have stowed away on a ferry if I'd known the chief would be fighting. Seeing you in action must have woken the spirit of the Golden Age in him. Though I doubt he's as spry now as he was back then. I hope you didn't give him too bad of a beating. Legends like Mistbeard never get old, but the chief, well, he's just a man. But let's keep this little chat between ourselves, huh? Good to see you again, Serenia. Thanks for helping out the chief. Yeah. And that was Hullbreaker Isle hard. With that, until next time, I think, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Mace, and don't get lost.